Namaste, beautiful. Welcome to the Road to Wheel practice. So, of course, as we are working toward wheel, that means that there is quite a lot of back bending in this class, but we're on the road to it. So we're going to work up to it. So hopefully it feels really comfortable as it can in the body by the time we get to wheel pose. So even though we are working up to wheel pose in this class, I'm also making it so that you can use it as a preparation for other deep back bending practices, other deep back bending postures. So if you want to be working on King Dancer or King Pigeon or Scorpion or something like that, you can come to this class to warm you up so it will prepare you to safely practice those poses. Yeah, beautiful. All right, so back bending. When we're back bending, then in the body, we call it back bending, right? Energetically, we call it heart opening. Yeah, so a lot of people, maybe when they want to deepen their back bends, it's so that it feels better in the body. But I think even if you're not aware of the energetic intention, it could also be because you want to more open your heart, more conjure up self-love, more conjure up love for someone else. So even if it's not the intention consciously, then that is probably going to happen. So because we're practicing yoga, I would like to make sure that we are consciously aware of this as we're going through this practice and as we are going through any kind of backbending practice. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. Backbending is something that I eliminated from my practices for a really long time because I hurt my back as a kid in gymnastics. And then I thought that the thing to do to keep my back healthy was to not really bend it very much. And I don't know why I thought that was the thing because I had so much back pain pretty much all the time, especially during my menstruation, right? And so, to be honest, my heart was kind of closed during that time. I had relationships, I loved people, but looking back, compared to now, I don't love people unconditionally, and I certainly didn't love myself unconditionally. So let's be thinking about that as we go into our centering and as we go into any other back bending that we might enjoy to do. Yeah, so we're going to start. If you can't tell, I'm already going into it in our reclined butterfly and Supta Baddha Konasana, so that we are opening the heart, bending the back from the beginning, and then we will get into doing it some more. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and lie onto our block if we have one. If you don't have a block, maybe if you can find something to use to prop up your shoulder blades here, that might be nice. Otherwise, it's possible to just go onto the head here and kind of take like a fish pose type thing. Might hurt your neck a little bit more though. So yeah, try and have something to prop up the back. Also, if you don't, it's not a big deal. We're going to go into so much other preparation that it's okay. You can just be in Shavasana or a seated position or something that feels comfortable for you to start. Yeah. All right. And also, if you're serious about going into back bending and you want to do this more, then, maybe consider the blocks. You really get them anywhere, right? All right. So let's go into our centering position. And you don't have to have the butterfly for this. You can also kind of be with the legs straight and have your heart opening, your back bending here. I think it's nice to also have the hip opening because there are a lot of postures that go deep into the back that are also opening the hips, but we're just not thinking about it quite as much because we're so concentrated on the back. So again, do whatever feels nice in your body. And just take a moment to connect, to breathe naturally. Allow the intention of heart opening to enter your being. And if you want to get into any specifics around it, then you may also allow that to enter your being. I find self-love to be a really nice one because even if we also have an intention of loving others and we feel like, oh, I have enough self-love, you can always use more self-love. And every time that you're deepening your self-love, you're deepening your capacity to love others. Then bring the attention into the body. Notice any sensations that you feel now, how open or closed any different parts of your body feel now. Then bring the attention to the present moment, allowing any other thoughts or emotions to gently melt away for now. We're here and we're ready to practice. When you're ready, you can go ahead and blink open the eyes and remove the block. Toss it to the side. We're probably not going to need it again. And you can stay seated and take a nice seated position. We're first going to go into the neck because, of course, our neck is an extension of our spine, right? So let's inhale and look up and exhale and look down. And keep doing that 10 times. All right. And let's go into our, I might take this off. I put it on because it's really hot in here. I don't use the AC when I'm doing back bending. I mean, I usually don't practice with AC at all anyway, but specifically for back bending, I find it to be best to practice without anything making us cooler so that we can get nice and warmed up, warm up the back, and it feels nicer. We can do it faster and it feels healthier. So anyway, all right. So let's go ahead and circle out the neck. So inhaling as we come back and exhaling as we come forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Let's go into hands and knees. And just go into simple cat-cows here. So inhaling, looking up at the nose or between the eyes, arching the back, and exhaling, rounding the spine, looking toward the navel. Let's do it 10 times. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. All right, let's go into tiger curls. So bringing the left knee a little bit closer to the center, we're going to lift up our right leg. So inhaling, bringing our toe toward the head, trying to keep our hips pretty square. And then exhale, curl the right knee toward the nose. Inhale, right toe toward head. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Switch legs. Right knee slightly closer to the center, taking our left leg and inhaling. Bring the toe toward the heart. Exhale, bring the nose to the knee. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Last one. And exhale, 10. Beautiful. Let's come into a puppy pose here, otherwise known as melting heart. So reaching the hands out and bringing the chest and or chin down toward the floor, coming up onto the fingertips if you want to, otherwise keeping the hands flat is fine. If you have blocks and you want to put your hands on the blocks, that's also nice. We really want to also be opening up the shoulders for wheel pose and for a lot of our deep, heart-opening, back-bending postures. They require quite open shoulders as well, so we want to be sure to be preparing for that. And let's hold for 3 more breaths. Going a little deeper if it's possible. All right. And let's gently come out. And come back to hands and knees. And let's take a downward facing dog. So tuck the toes and push the hips up and back. Downward facing. And let's walk it out, do whatever we need to do for our first downward dog of the practice. And then let's come up onto the toes and slowly, mindfully walk the feet forward toward the hands. And when we reach the hands, we can go ahead and drop the heels down. Take a hold of the elbows with the opposite hands. And you can take some bounces, you can swing it out, do whatever feels good in your little ragdoll. All right, and when you're ready, you can go ahead and bring the hands down to the mat and inhale and roll all the way up to standing. Beautiful. Now, we're going to take a few rounds of Moon Salutation, and then on our fourth round of Moon Salutation, then we're going to go a bit deeper into the back, of course, and maybe the shoulders a little bit. And then, well, I'll tell you then. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and bring the hands to heart center. Feet are hip-width distance apart. Close down the eyes just for a moment, just to connect to the energy of the moon. So, Moon Salutation is kind of a cooling practice, actually. So, it is connecting to the moon energy, that feminine lunar energy, of course. So, as we connect to the moon, then we can allow for that kind of feminine movement to be entering our being. Yeah. So allowing for each time we're bending the back to go a bit deeper, each time we're turning out the back foot, each time we're stepping forward, to be opening the hips more, to be stretching the hamstrings more. Yeah. All right. Let's begin. Inhale, arms up, arch the back as much as comfortable right now. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the left foot back with the toes turned out. Bring the knee down. Bring the hands up and arch the back. Exhale, bring the hands down next to the right foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left in Parvatasana. Hold the breath, bringing the knees down, the chest down, and the chin down, really focusing on that back bending here. Tuck the back toes or untuck the back toes. Inhale up to Cobra. Tuck the toes, push it back into Parvatasana. Inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the left foot out, reach the arms up, back bend. Exhale, place the hands next to the right foot, step the left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, roll it up, arch the back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sorry about my allergies in my in my voice. When you go from somewhere where there's not pollen to somewhere where there's pollen and you're allergic to pollen, sometimes it has this effect. So apologies for that. Anyway, here we go on the other side. Inhale, arms up, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right foot back, turn the toes out, reach the arms up, back bend. Exhale, bring the hands next to the left foot, step the left foot back to meet the right. Hold the breath, bringing the knees down, the chest down, and the chin down. Untuck the toes, roll it up into Cobra with an inhale. Tuck the toes, push it back to Parvatasana with an exhale. Inhale, step the left foot forward, turn the right foot out, bring the knee down, reach the arms up, back bend. Exhale, place the hands next to the left foot, step the right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, roll it up, arch the back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Second round. Inhale, arms up, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot steps back, toes out, reach the arms up, back bend. Exhale, hands next to the right foot steps back to meet the left. Hold the breath, bringing the knees down, the chest down, and the chin down. Untuck the toes, slink it up into Cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, push it back to Parvatasana. Inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the left toes out, reach the arms up. Exhale, place the hands next to the right foot, step the left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, roll it up, arch the back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Round 2, other side. Inhale, arms up, arch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right foot steps back, toes out, arms up, arch. Exhale, hands next to the left foot steps back to meet the right. Hold the breath, knees, chest, chin. Untuck the toes, inhale to Cobra. Tuck the toes, exhale to Parvatasana. Inhale, step the left foot forward, turn the right foot out, bring the knee down, reach the arms up, back bend. Exhale, place the hands next to the left foot, step the right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, roll it up, arch the back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Round 3, right side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the left foot steps back, reach the arms up, back bend. Exhale, hands next to the right foot, step the right foot back to meet the left, Parvatasana. Hold the breath, taking the knees, the chest, and the chin down. Inhale, up to Cobra. Exhale, back to Parvatasana. Inhale, right foot steps forward, arms up, arch. Exhale, hands next to the right foot, left foot steps forward, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, arch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Other side, round 3. Inhale, arms up, arch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right foot comes back, arms up, arch. Exhale, hands next to the left foot steps back to meet the right. Hold the breath, knees, chest, chin. Untuck the toes, inhale to Cobra. Tuck the toes, push it back, Parvatasana. Inhale, left foot steps forward, arms up, arch. Exhale, hands next to the left foot, right foot steps forward, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, arch. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, now we're adding on when we get to the second time, or when we step forward with our right foot. Yeah, I'm going to start adding on just a little bit. Yeah, all right, here we go. Inhale, arms up, arch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot steps back, reach the arms up, arch. Exhale, hands next to the right foot steps back to meet the left. Hold the breath, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, step the right foot forward, don't turn the back foot out this time. Bring the knee down, bring the back of the toes down. Exhale. Inhale, place the hands onto the right knee. Exhale, push against the right knee with the hands and arch the back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arch the back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arch the back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arch the back. Inhale, up. Exhale, arch the back and hold, run. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, rotate to Skandasana on the right side. Open the arms and either hold your Skandasana here, using the right arm to pull back on the right knee a little bit, lifting the left arm up to the ceiling, or bind the wrist in the back and look up toward the ceiling this way. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Back to center. Exhale. Inhale, rotate back to our low lunge. Exhale, place the hands onto the knee again. And now we're going to again go back, but this time when we lean back, we're going to extend the arms backwards as well. Yeah? So take an inhale. Exhale, push against the knee, look back, and extend the arms. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, roll it up. Arch the back. Exhale. Hands come to heart center. Other side. Here we go. Inhale, arms up, arch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the right foot back, turn the toes out. Reach the arms up, arch. Exhale, hands next to the left foot steps back to meet the right. Hold the breath, taking the knees, the chest, and the chin down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, up to cobra. Tuck the toes, push the hips back. Parvatasana. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Keep the toes in this time. Bring the right knee down. Bring the right toes down. Exhale. Inhale. Interlace the fingers, bring them onto the left knee. Exhale. Arch the back, look back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Hold this time. Exhale, back. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, up. Exhale, rotate to Skandasana on the left. Open the arms, either staying here or binding the left leg, holding onto the right wrist with the left hand and looking up toward the ceiling. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands to heart center. Inhale. Come back to our low lunge. And now we're going back to hold and extend the arms. Here we go. Take an inhale. Exhale. Arch your back. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, step the right foot forward to meet the left. Forward fold. Inhale, reach it up, back bend. Exhale. Hands come to heart center. Beautiful. Now we're going to move into Ashtanga style Sun Salutations. But when we get to downward dog, instead of holding downward dog for 5 breaths, We're going to come down to the elbows. We're going to come into a dolphin. We're going to hold dolphin for 5 breaths. All right, let's do it. Now we're bringing the toes together. So our big toes are together at the front. Our heels are slightly apart. And now we're switching to the energy of the sun. So now we're switching to heating up. We're heating up the body so that it can be better prepared for deeper back bending. So we want to make sure that we're getting warm here. So let's just take a second to switch energies to that of the sun. So we're saying goodbye to the moon. Thank you for all that you did for us. And hello, sun. Please help me to be warm and to prepare the body to safely enter these deep back bending poses. And let's go. Inhale, arms up, look at the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, head up. Exhale, step the right foot back, step the left foot back, coming into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, arch the back. Exhale, downward facing. Now we're coming onto the elbows and taking our dolphin and holding dolphin for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And come back to our downward facing. Inhale. Step the right foot forward, step the left foot forward, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Reach the hands overhead, look toward the hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go in. Inhale, arms up, look at the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, head up. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back, step the right foot back, coming into chaturanga. Inhale, arch the back, upward facing. Exhale, push it back to downward facing. Bring the elbows down, the forearms down, and come back into our dolphin, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the arms, coming back into the hands. Inhale, step the left foot forward, step the right foot forward, take a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll it up, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And let's do one more. Let's jump it or float it back this time. Here we go. Inhale, hands up, look toward the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, head up. Exhale, moving back to chaturanga. Inhale, arch the back, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Coming onto our forearms and pushing back into dolphin. Really trying to have the head back away from the shoulders here. So we're just trying as much as we can to open those shoulders. Hopefully your mat is less slippery than mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And come back onto the hands. And let's jump it forward, looking forward in the middle of the hands. Jumping to our flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Beautiful. Now we're going to move it down, and then we're going to come into a little piece of the Ashtanga second series that gets into our back. So we're moving from downward dog to chaturanga to the floor, and then working out the back. Yeah, here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, head up. Exhale, move it back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, coming into plank. Exhale, all the way down through chaturanga, bringing the body down onto the floor. Now we're going to inhale, and we're going to lift up the head and the feet at the same time, keeping the arms by the side. Here we go. Inhale. Holding 1. Looking at the nose. 2. Feet together. 3. 4. 5. Bend the arms. Place the hands underneath the elbows. And hold 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Exhale it down. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale, down through chaturanga, all the way down to the floor. Inhale, grab a hold of the feet. Exhale, push the feet toward the glutes and lift the chest off of the floor, looking at the nose. Holding 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Exhale it down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale to plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, grab a hold of the outsides of the feet, keeping the feet together. And then we're going to exhale. And then inhale and lift the feet up, using the pulling back with the feet to pull back the hands to lift up the chest, looking up toward the nose, and holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And we're going to skip rolling onto the side, and we're going to go directly into camel here. So, if possible, jump your way to have your knees down in between the hands. So, jumping, bringing the feet down, bringing the knees down. Inhale, the hands to the waist or to the hips. And with an exhale, we're going to reach toward the heels with the hands. Grab onto the heels. We're trying to keep the hips so that they're over the knees, and then look back with the head, taking our camel and holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sit down onto the heels. Place the hands down. And then we're going to inhale, we're going to lift up the legs from the floor, and then try to go back into chaturanga. I can't do it, but we're going to go in that direction. All right, here we go. Inhale, push it up. Exhale, move back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And we're going back into camel to do the exact same thing that we just did. So inhale and jump it to the floor. Feet down, knees down. Exhale. Inhale. Hands to the hips. Exhale, lean it back. Allow the hands to find the heels. Keep the hips over the knees and look back with the head and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to waist. Sit it down. Place the hands down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, move it back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, jump it forward. Exhale. Inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, reach back for the heels, allowing the head to come back. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, sit on the heels. Place the hands down. Inhale, lift the legs up. And exhale, shoot it back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Beautiful. Now we're going to work out our wild thing. And we're going to do it a couple of times. And then we'll go into bridge and then wheel. Yeah? Here we go. Inhale, reach the right foot up. Exhale, bend the knee, keep the shoulders square. Inhale. Exhale, lift the right hand off of the floor and come into preparation for wild thing. So taking the right foot all the way down to the floor, taking the butt down to the floor. And then we're going to work it out by inhaling up to wild thing and then exhaling down 5 times. Here we go. Inhale up to wild thing. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Hold it. Exhale. Look at the left hand. Begin to reach the right foot off of the floor. Take the right hand down. Inhale the right foot straight. And exhale it down. Let's take a little Vinyasa type thing. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And let's do the other side. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, bend the left knee, opening the hip, keeping the shoulders square. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left foot all the way down to the floor, sitting down. And let's work out our wild thing. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, look down at the right hand. Begin to lift the left toes off of the floor. Bring the left hand down. Inhale, straighten the left leg. And exhale, bring it down. And let's inhale forward into plank. Exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And this time we're going to go into wild thing. We're going to hold it. Inhale. Right foot up. Let's kind of work out our 3-legged dog this time. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right foot up. 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 Exhale, bend the knee. And come all the way into our preparation for Wild Thing. Inhale, up to Wild Thing. And hold it, seeing if we can drop the heel down here. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And beginning to come out, looking over at the left hand, reaching the right foot off of the mat, bringing the right hand to the mat, inhaling the right foot up to the ceiling, and exhaling it down. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Other side. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 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 up. Exhale, bend the knee. And come all the way into prep for Wild Thing. Inhale, up to Wild Thing. Dropping the left heel if possible. And holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look over at the right hand. Begin to lift the left foot off the floor. Bring the left hand back down to the mat. Inhale, straighten the left leg. And exhale, bring it down. All right, now we're jumping the feet through the hands, coming up onto the toes, looking between the hands, and jumping through, or otherwise finding a way to get to a seated position. Beautiful. Now, we're going to go into our bridge, which is our last preparation before we go into wheel. So let's lie it down. Take the feet up toward the butt, as close as they can go. Take the hands, interlace them underneath the butt. Take the shoulder blades in, so the shoulders are down. Shoulder blades are in as far as they can be. And then let's inhale, lift the hips up as far as they can go. Trying to keep the chin kind of away from the chest as much as we can. And hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale it down. And just allow the back to go straight onto the mat for a second. We can kind of windshield wiper out the legs. And just assess quickly, or take your time, to assess how the back feels now. Should feel pretty warmed up and should feel pretty prepared to now go into our wheel pose. So if it does not, then maybe don't quite go into the wheel pose yet. Maybe take a few more bridge poses first, or maybe today you take more bridge poses and then next time you go into wheel. So just taking that time that is necessary to check into your body, to really ask your body what it is wanting to do today. And once you get your answer, then decide if you want to go up into wheel. Okay, so to now go into wheel, we want to have our feet in the same position, so nice and close to our butt. We're going to have our hands so that they are on the floor next to our ears, so like bunny ears. Yeah, taking your bunny ears. And so if you know how to do wheel, you can go ahead and go up into your wheel now and just practice it as you would like. If you've never done wheel before, then you can follow me. So what we're going to do first is we're going to come onto the head before we come all the way up. And so we're going to inhale, and we're going to push our hands into the floor, push our feet into the floor, and lift the hips up. And as we're lifting the hips up, I really want us to be concentrating on lifting. Yeah, on bringing the belly button, bringing the hips up as far as we can toward the ceiling. Yeah, because if you're not concentrating on pulling up, then you're going to be sinking down, and that is when you can get more pain in the back and more pain in the shoulders and more pain in everything. Yeah, so the more that you're pulling up energetically and concentrating on pulling up toward the ceiling, the less pain you're going to have, and probably even the deeper you can go into the back bend. Yeah. So let's take our bunny ears. Our feet are next to our butt. Our feet are about hip width distance apart here. Our knees are in line with our feet, not coming out, trying to keep our knees in line. And then we're going to inhale, press into the floor, and come onto the head. And so now that we're here, let's take this time to be, before we straighten the arms, to really be concentrating on pulling the belly button up, on pulling the hips up. Yeah? And if we feel comfortable here, then let's go ahead. We're going to take an inhale. We're going to press into the floor with our hands, press into the floor with our feet. Really pull up with the hips, pull up with the belly button. And here we go. Exhale. Inhale, push. And then once we get up, so as soon as we press up, we're probably going to be kind of like this, so that our shoulders are not quite in line with our wrists yet. And so then as soon as we get up, what we want to do is we want to push the legs straighter to push us forward so that our shoulders are more over the wrists here. Yeah. And so now we're in kind of this wide stance, because that's what happens when we go from the way that we've just pressed up. Yeah, and so if it feels okay here, then we can hold for a few more seconds. And so if this feels like, okay, this is as much as I can do, then go all the way down and then go up the way that we just went again, or go onto the head. No, go all the way down and then come out the way we just did. If you feel you can go deeper, let's go ahead, push back a little bit. So now the shoulders are less over the hands. Bring the head down. Now walk the hands closer so they're next to the head. And then again, inhale up and push up toward the ceiling. And so we can either be looking in between the hands, or we can be looking up. There's lots of different variations of our head, honestly. And so we can be kind of using this to rock out, to open the shoulders a bit more, so that then we can be pushing a little bit farther over the shoulders. And if we feel we can go even deeper, then we can again come down onto the head. And we can again walk our hands forward. And then inhale and push up. Really concentrating on pulling up with the hips and the belly button. And holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come down. Woo! All right, so sometimes when we come down from wheel, or we come out of any kind of deep back bending, then it feels like we immediately want to counter it. Like we want to immediately go and stretch in the other direction. But I would actually like for us to just kind of lie here for a second and just neutralize it instead of going directly into countering it. So just lying in Shavasana, lying and concentrating on relaxing the muscles with the mind. Okay, they're not working anymore. Just lying here in Shavasana. Use the mind to relax the back. All right, so continue lying down. I just wanted to say that at this point, if you want to go and do any of the other deeper back bending practices, individual poses, then this is a nice time to do that. If you just want to continue with me, then stay here and continue. If you do go on to do the other postures and to do more practice, and then you want to come back here to cool it down afterwards, that works as well. Yeah, perfect. Now, if we would like, we can take the knees and bring them to the chest. And do it slowly, okay? Rock back and forth as you begin to bring the knees toward the chest. And feel the counter stretch on the back. So just using the rocking to soothe it out. Yeah. And now let's rock forward and backwards. And let's do 3 more times, then we'll come into sitting on the third one. 2. And come to seated. Outstretch the legs. And let's come into a gentle forward fold here. So folding forward, allowing time to find the pose passively. So we're not pulling on anything here. We're just allowing ourselves to just passively fold over. So trying to keep our back pretty straight. We don't want to be a super rounding spine here. You go. Just gently folding forward. And then let's go ahead and roll it up. And now we're going to take a couple pigeons, and then we're going to take a couple twists, and then find our Shavasana. Yeah, amazing. Okay, so if you want to go into your pigeons a different way, you are totally welcome to do that. I'm just going to go straight from here. So I'm just going to come and I'm going to bend my right leg, and then I'm going to swing the left leg around to the back and find my pigeon position. So you can either be in this position or you can have your right foot in closer to the left hip here, whichever feels best for you. And let's go ahead and fold over the right leg. And just allowing the body to relax here. And to soothe out anything that needs soothing, using the breath to soothe out anything that needs soothing. Inhale to find anything that needs soothing and exhale to soothe it. And then let's inhale and come up. And switch our legs out. Taking the left leg forward, swinging the right leg back. Again, either having the left foot toward the right hip or having the right shin parallel to the top of the mat. And folding over the left leg. Continuing to be energetically soothing as much as we can, as much as feels necessary at the time. And let's inhale it up. And we're going to exhale and lie onto the back. Working out our twists here. So inhaling the right knee up, exhaling it over to the left, taking the right shoulder down to the floor, looking over to the right. Continuing to inhale into any tension that you might feel and exhale it away. So twisting is super important when we're doing anything back bending or forward folding. So it's nice to do whatever the counter thing is, but depending on the body, we actually don't need the countering quite as much as we might think. What we probably could use more is twisting. So twisting, when we're twisting, we're resetting the back. And you might notice if you don't typically do twisting after your back bending practice and then you start to do twisting, that it feels way better. So after any kind of back bending practice, I strongly recommend doing twisting, and it will help you feel better. Yeah? All right, let's switch legs. Let's bring the right foot down, right leg down, bringing the left leg into the chest. And exhale. Left leg over to the right. Taking the left shoulder down. Whoa. Maybe you can feel how much you need twisting or how hard it is to twist at the beginning. Oh my goodness. Inhaling into the tension and exhaling to release it. All right, let's bring it back to center. And let's take our Shavasana, allowing your feet to rest at the corners of the mat, allowing our hands to rest by our side. Relaxing from the tips of the toes to the tops of the feet, to the soles of the feet. Relaxing the ankles, the shins and the calves. Relaxing the front of the knees and the back of the knees. Relaxing the quads and the hamstrings. Relaxing the hips and the hip flexors, the glutes, the sex. Relaxing the lower belly, the lower navel. Relaxing the lower back. Relaxing the middle belly and the middle back. Relaxing the upper belly, relaxing the chest. Relaxing the ribs and the lungs and the heart. Relaxing the back of the ribs and the upper back, the shoulder blades, the shoulders, the upper arms, and the elbows, the other side of the elbow, the lower arms, the palms and the backs of the hands. Relaxing each of the knuckles, the fingers, the tips of the fingers. Relaxing the collarbone, the neck, and the back of the neck. Relaxing the jaw, the mouth, the lips, the teeth, and the tongue. Relaxing the cheeks, cheekbones, the nose. Relaxing the eyes and the eyebrows, and the space between the eyebrows. Relaxing the forehead and the crown of the head. And reaching above the crown of the head to relax the space above it. And reaching outside of the whole body to relax the aura. And melting into that deep state of relaxation. And take the next inhale a little bit deeper, calling the self back into the body. And begin to find some movement in the fingertips and the toes. Extend the movement to the wrists and the ankles. Take the hands and interlace the fingers and stretch them up over the head. And take the feet together and stretch them in the opposite direction of the hands. Inhale deeply. More. And open the mouth. Exhale and sigh it all out. And keeping the eyes closed, roll over onto the whichever side feels comfortable. And continuing to keep the eyes closed, go ahead and sit up into a comfortable position. Taking the hands either to the knees or to the heart center. And again, take a moment to check in with the body, see how it feels. And take a moment to check in with the heart and see how it feels. Just coming back to that intention of heart opening. Does your heart feel more open? Do you feel more loving? Do you feel more love for yourself? Do you feel more love for life? I hope so. And whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and blink open the eyes. Thank you so much for being here with me, for allowing me to guide you with so much love. Namaste.